Alright YouTube, we're back. Today we're going to review the BK9. This big massive blade was designed by Ethan Becker. It's constructed out of 1095 steel with your classic Becker grip here, the gravery, the glass injected plastic. This has a 9-inch blade and almost a full flat grind, but not quite. Kind of got a little clip point here to it, or more of a buoy type shape. You have the pommel down here for hammering and things, and a lanyard hole. And it comes with your basic nylon Fedora sheath with the pouch like the 7 does. I don't want to get it out right now because I have some other things in there in the pouch that I don't want to really explain right now. And you got your thumb right here with the classic Becker jimping. That is great. And the way that the handle flows, I don't know if you can pick up the contour, but it raises right here in the middle, right where your hand would go. And it just kind of swells up in there, which is really nice. Remember, everything that you can do with a small knife, you can do with a big knife. I myself am biased because I do prefer big blades. But we're going to show you here right now what the BK9 can do. Do some basic chopping. He's definitely going through this wood with ease. I could definitely go all the way through this if I wanted to. No questions asked. 1095 holds a pretty good edge, so you're always going to have a nice edge when you're doing this stuff as long as you maintain it. And maintaining your knife, like I've said numerous times, I don't know how much I can preach that, but maintenance on a knife is a very big factor, because if you don't maintain it, it's going to fail on you. Taking out quite a bit. You definitely build a shoulder or anything with this knife, and this makes a great combat knife as well. Prying open doors and busting into crates and things like that. We're cutting C4 if you're into that thing over there. But this knife is gonna hold up better than you are, and being taken care of, and just basic maintenance. It'll probably last longer than you will too. So that's nice, a knife that you can, of high quality, that you enjoyed, you can pass down to family members and keep it in the family so others can enjoy it. K-Bar does have another option you can purchase for all the Becker knives. It's micarta scales, and they are superb. I don't have them on this knife because I just recently got this a little while ago, and spending the money on scales or buying more knives, I pick buying more knives. You see, that just does a superb job. We'll make a little pivot here, like we were making a bow drill socket. This knife awls very well. That kind of gets a real larger acute angle as you go down the blade, which is real nice for doing awling type tasks and drilling. There. You guys can pick that up, but that did pretty good. I'll show you what the pommel does to a nut. Here's a piece of a walnut. It's not a full nut. It's just a piece of it, the outer shell. We'll show you what it does. Just busted right through that. Chop through it as well. And there's a lot of mass behind that. There's some very, very deep indentations right there that this blade is produced. More things that you can do with this knife. It's going to baton very well. I'll grab another piece here of some wood. This isn't real thick stuff because, like I said, this is just stuff I kind of have around my camp. Just show you what it can do. But with that larger blade, you can definitely go through some massive sized logs, things you'd normally use a maul or an axe for, but this knife will do it. You could probably get up to like a 7-inch log to baton through with this, with the proper technique. We'll just hammer that into the ground there, and I'll go and get my batoning stick. Make sure this is all in frame. So I got my baton stick here. Show you how easily this Becker performs at batoning tasks. Well, there's a knot there. I'm going to turn this over because knots are very hard to baton through. And this is my knife. It's not a knife for review or out of the shop. I don't want to break it. That knot is very, very dry. See, I'm already breaking my baton and stick. That knot's just way too tough. So there's another way you can baton with the BK9. Just beat on it, beat something on it, and it'll break it. It's that tough. I don't really have another batoning stick with me, so just take my word for it that if you could, if I need to show you, I will come back out and do it. But this knife should have no trouble batoning through a decent sized piece of wood. It's just this knot right here. Knots are very tough on steel, even chainsaws. Here's a better piece right here with no knot in it. So I will show you guys because you deserve it. You're watching the video, you want to know about the knife. I'm going to show you what it can do. No half-assing it here. There we go. Look at that. Get it up here and chip the blade out. Boom! Look at that. Right through it. No questions about it. I had no doubt in my mind it would do it. A very, very popular large blade. And what you get for this knife for the money, you're not going to find many better options for the money. Or even if you're a Becker fan, this is a knife you should definitely have in your collection. Your arsenal of tools does everything very well. Show you how it does. Whittling here. It's a slicer. Slicer, chopper, dicer. This could be a kitchen tool with a grind on it. It's going to cut very well through meats and things. Get nice clean cuts. Cutting vegetables. This, in my opinion, would definitely be a making a feather stick here. You could use this knife as your one tool option out in the wilderness with no problem if the weight's not a problem for you. I mean, it's a 9-inch blade. It's a very heavy knife, which is good for the task I just showed you because it's a lot of energy going through that, and it gives you more capabilities. Capabilities, in my opinion, are better to have. I'd rather have this and then have the Remora and say a Remora and a BK2. I would rather have just this knife by itself than those two. That's just my opinion, and I've been doing this for a while. So get out there and form your own opinions. I'm just showing you how the knife works. Look at that feather stick. That is amazing. That is definitely going to catch a spark and get a fire going. You know, you can get in here. I'll show you a notch real quick. You do fine work with it. No problem doing the fine work. Good notch for like a figure 4 trap or a deadfall, what have it be. This would make a good hunting knife or a butcher knife as well. When you have to skin out a deer or any large animal, how the pelvic bone is, you usually have to split it to get down in there to get the intestines out around the anus. And this will just chop that bone right in half. I know because I've done it with similar knives like this, and I have no question in my mind that this knife will blow through the bone like that. It's just an amazing tool. I'm starting to love this knife more and more. and I'll probably carry it a lot this summer out on my adventures and things, which you guys will be along for. Mad River Knife is not just about reviewing products. I want to take you along for the ride in my adventures as well. Look at that. That is a great feather stick right there. Definitely catch a fire. This knife is amazing and I love it. This knife will be on the website soon at madriverknife.com. I definitely recommend, if you checked out any other Beckers, to check this knife out. And if you haven't checked out a Becker, check this knife out first. You're going to fall in love with the line, and like I said, they're going to outwork you. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions about this knife, feel free to ask me. I have it at all times in my collection and my use of tools, and I can always go out and do more stuff with it. I don't mind beating them up. It's fun to me. So hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a great knife, like I said. Stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing out here. This is a little different than what we normally do. And if you guys like it, just let us know, because I have no problem filming things when I'm out here on my own instead of in the shop. So you guys stay tuned and hold on for the next one.